Hi Aquarius, welcome into your monthly money career tarot reading for June 2023. I hope you're doing amazing. But we're going to begin by pulling from this money and career oracle deck, and then we'll move on to the tarot. If you want to know, both of the decks I'm using for this reading are listed down below in the description box. But I did pre-shuffle a bit, and we have the tree card at the bottom talking about financial growth, something else you've been watering or choosing to get off the ground, begin, jump into a very fool card energy, that is growing for you if you think about a tree growing. But I do feel as if Spirit's saying things are coming to fruition. What you're thinking about, actually believing, you're manifesting, all right? Financial income, extra, your savings increase. I feel like you're watering something and manifesting that growth once again. I do feel as if there's a huge highlight throughout the month of June on where you put your Aquarian focus, energy, resources towards. That prospers, all right? That works to your advantage, in your favor. And I feel like you're receiving levels of, protection and the backing up of spirit and your intuition all working for you in so many ways. And look at that abundance, my friend. So much abundance throughout the month, remembering that's not just money, all right? People are noticing you. People are spreading your Aquarian name, and I feel like this is helping you. Some of which are being discussed in regards to a promotion, a pay raise, something of the sort. But I do feel as if you're thinking about expansion, if you're an entrepreneur, or a move of residence, all right, or both. Some of which thinking about moving to a different apartment in the same company. But I do feel as if this is a month to either begin or jump into a new career choice, for a lot of which are onto the reading. This could be a side hustle, right? That you want to do from home. It could be a new business you want to get off the ground, a new expansion, but it feels brand new for a lot. And I do sense that some of which are taking on an extra job, right? Or a new one altogether. Regardless of whether or not you have a job or, work per se, stepping into the month of June. Very interesting. And congratulations if that was for you. But as well, we have the Rose card, financial relief, being content in love and care. There's a feeling that with the being content aspect of this card, you are very grateful and content with what you have at hand, where you're living for the most part, where you're working for the most part. That could be the same situation, what you're running or putting efforts towards once again. But it doesn't mean you aren't manifesting and working towards reaching for more when the time is right for you. Does that make sense? There's a realistic way about how you're approaching your goal or your goals, what you have solidified in your mind that is right for you. Even if you've worked a similar job before, even if you've lived in that place or a similar place to that before. Does that make sense? And I feel like this is going to really help you in that, again, manifestation process and seeing what you desire come to fruition. I feel like being drawn to this reading, you're going to even be more successful than you realize moving forward. And I feel like you kind of, at least to an extent, already know that you're meant to be successful. But who doesn't want to hear that there is financial relief tying back into that growth of your finances throughout the month of June? I feel like you're even blossoming through your work. There's a sense of you being a bit showy at certain points and strategically holding back and healing, or just keeping to yourself, being more realistic with the minimal energy you have at that certain point or certain points throughout the month. But it feels like there's a natural vibe about you that just is likable, okay? People are going to be drawn to your energy, to your good looks, to your ability to get the job done and do it well. Now, I do feel like pretty much anything you decide to put out there to the universe, right, to other people, or just accomplish, gets done pretty damn well. It's because you're talented, it's because you're skilled, and you're not stressing about it. But I do feel like at certain points you will have to attempt something several times to get it actually off the ground or accomplished, or you have to maybe be strategic and flow with the day or the week and say, if I can't do this now, then I can't, due to certain outside factors or even the lack of energy or that you have. Or does that make sense? But I do feel like you're managing your money a lot better. You might want to watch Leo's reading that I did. There's a reason why I'm doing your reading second out of all 12 after Leo's, okay? So I feel like the readings might connect in certain ways. But I do feel like you are in a supportive role. Now, you could be receiving support from other people. I'm hearing donations, tips, words of advice, or just compliments, praise, one negative or two here or there, or constructive criticism, if you will. So just try to either discard that or, don't take it to heart. You might need to utilize it even if you don't think so right off the bat. But I also feel like you are supporting other people. Interesting. Or one person in particular when it comes to your career, or this could be tied into your money. But I do feel like you're thinking about job security, all right? Some of which are stepping into a role or continuing a role in the month of June where Spirit's saying, this is beyond temporary. And I think you know that, or you might be informed of this, all right? And this may push you to take on a realistic perspective on certain imperfections at hand, okay? To just kind of deal for the time being, all right? It feels like you're just money hungry, all right? But you're also thinking about a past job that was not perfect, or a past career opportunity in general that made you more money. But Spirit's saying, didn't that kind of burn you to the ground? Didn't that have its negatives that at times outweighed the positives? So nothing's perfect, all right? Worry-free finances. Beautiful. It's like you're money hungry, but you're not worried about it. Spirit's saying this is how your future should proceed, all right? It feels like it's a month where there are little treasures here and there to be discovered, to be acquired. You may be pushed at a certain point throughout the month to stop and look around, whether it's at home, at work, see how good you actually have it, how much better things are than they could be or were at a certain point or certain points. But I feel like for a lot, it's like, look around in your home situation. You have a lot of prosperity to be admired, a lot of materialistic wealth, all right? Let's just put it that way. And so I feel like this will help you perspective-wise and gratitude-wise. But we also have business contracts on here with the seal card. Sealing the deal. Now, again, I feel like that's a new opportunity for some. It could be you getting a new contract, an approval of some sort. I feel like there's communication via email, potentially text message, on the phone, you name it. But I feel like you're doing better throughout the month of responding to people, all right, than you were in the previous months. But I do think that some of which need to get organized as far as paperwork, filing this or that, when it comes to, opening a new account for some. But there is a gift of money coming in. This could be multiple gifts for some. Again, donations. This could be a bonus. This could be, somebody purchases something for your business and they just give you extra. Beautiful. Don't you love when that happens? But I feel like you are doing you're writing throughout the month, organizing, maybe making lists. I feel like that will be very beneficial. Pictures, designs that may come into play. And I feel like there's a very organized, clean, put together vibe about not only your work that you produce and develop, but about you, your environment. And Spirit's saying, isn't this really helping your perspective, once again, your mindset and your outlook on things? I just feel like you are doing well, but Spirit's saying things are going to improve moving forward in ways that are just going to feel invigorating. It's just going to feel so healthy moving forward, all right? But I feel like there's a very, they're saying executive vibe about you, taking charge. It's like you're leading yourself towards victory, towards a lot of success in every move, and even holding back that you choose throughout the month of June. A very powerful month for you, where I see you smiling a lot. Why is that? And so maybe you need to at times realize, recognize, or remember why you're so happy for the most part throughout the month, okay? It just feels like as the success snowballs and grows for you and comes to be, pops up left and right, it makes you happy. The money flowing in makes you happy. Absolutely beautiful. Let's continue and pull from the Tarot of Dreams. I forgot. Bear with me. You might be a little bit forgetful, and therefore that's another benefit of writing things down, staying organized in that sense. To continue for Aquarius. Okay, the Hanging Man, the Emperor. There might be a slight push to adjust your perspective on something you want, something you're working towards, or even have at this time. And Spirit's saying, this is kind of you in reverse, right? Set to achieve that, right? Your mind is made up, period. I do feel like there's thoughts of tattoos for some, other purchases, investments like that. Thinking about purchasing, maybe not actually purchasing stuff of this nature. For some, yes. But browsing online in the stores, for clothing, finer things like jewelry and other accessories. I feel like you're thinking about home decor and stuff of that nature, how to spruce up your work environment for some. But I feel like all the meanwhile, Spirit's saying if you're choosing to hold back from purchasing these things at this time, you're being strategic. Because I guarantee, being drawn to this reading, even if you don't at this time, at a certain point throughout the month, you will have one, if not multiple, important financial goals for your bright Aquarian future. All right. And it's up to you to be more responsible than potentially you have been up until this point. When it comes to managing your money. All right. I do feel like for some, you're spending less on groceries. You're spending less on materialistic items, even if you do naturally have to or choose to purchase some of which. All right. But the Emperor, because there's a golden way about how you're producing, developing, planning for the future. Some of which onto the reading, like myself, are getting constant reminders of a choice that you have made recently or something that you want to move towards. So that's a choice in of itself. And I accomplish. And I feel like this is going to be the universe, Spirit's way of saying, we want you to keep your eye on the prize. We want you to understand that this has been happening for some over time, but you've been ignoring it. Why? Because of your past? Because of what you expect? Maybe both. I just feel like because you felt it was unrealistic for some, they're saying unreachable, but I do feel like there's now a sense of hope and a better understanding of what lies ahead. But Spirit's saying we will as well highlight certain negatives about what you, or possible negatives about what you want to reach for, okay? To keep it realistic all the meanwhile. But I do feel like you have a sense of a better understanding of what you want to get yourself into, okay? But again, I do feel like you have a very golden way about how you accomplish. They're showing me, okay, I'm not going to say that actually. I feel like that was a key moment, but I feel like you might have heavy Taurus in your chart or some of which aspected. But I do feel as if you are kind of strategically balancing out, or just naturally balancing out nicely, an analytical side of you, a very logical side of you, an approach with a very heart-based, intuitive approach and vibe. Does that make sense? And so I feel like this is working to your advantage. I feel like certain people are either viewing your online content, supporting your business, if not multiple, seeing you at work, or benefiting from your work in one way, shape, or form, and seeing you as very intuitive and very, very talented. Okay, let's continue. Flying out, I'm sure you saw that. The Ace of Cups, a new abundant beginning for a lot, but I do feel like either way, it's a month where abundance is overflowing from your cup. I do feel like at times, in some of which are spoken through by Spirit, you are speaking a lot and speaking quickly, and it just feels like you will need to hydrate, need to cleanse your energy, need to step away potentially for the time being, needing to stop speaking, okay? And I totally get that. It's not really possible for me in these readings. They just come out, okay? Interesting. We're going to talk about the Queen of Cups in reverse in a hot second. But yeah, a lot of abundance overflowing from your cup. And I'm now getting, as they're showing me a star card kind of imagery, you know, when the woman is okay, vulnerably pouring from one cup into the other. And so I feel like this is symbolizing, representing you pouring from your cup of abundance into the cup of others, okay? And helping people, assisting people, supporting other people. I'm hearing supporting a small business for some of which drawn to the reading, whether you're supporting other small businesses or one in particular, and or people are supporting your small business, if not multiple, okay? Yeah, look at that, the Ace of Swords at the bottom. Yeah, learning about gaining clarity, illumination, enlightenment is what I'm getting on what you don't have yet, what you lack when you're going to acquire this, acquire that, achieve this, achieve that. Potentially even learning about what you don't have at this time because you left it behind. Left it behind. Okay, you were messed with, or just it was a very rough, potentially competitive chapter of your situation, of your life. Anyways, the Nine of Coins talking about how you are very, very independent and shining in that, utilizing that to your advantage throughout the month. It feels like a time where things aren't complete. I mean, there is completion taking place, accomplishing, wrapping things up with a bow throughout the month. But it's like where you are in along your path when it comes to your money and career, you don't have it all. There isn't full fulfillment. There isn't full completion of your goals naturally, right? There's a lot more to reach for and accomplish for you. But again, there's that gratitude. I'm getting this from this here, feeling like kind of a bit of a unfinished oval or circle, okay, naturally representing, speaking upon completion. But again, I feel like with these flowers here, you're blossoming, okay? It is quite evident to yourself and to others. But I feel like there's an enjoyment about you coming to be when you work. Even if it's a job or something of the sort, if not multiple, that you don't typically enjoy or not to the fullest extent, you're doing your best to make the best. And I love that. I feel like this is helping you keep your chin held high, to keep your vibration high, to accomplish quality work and to even get more done and impress people all the meanwhile. I did get with chin held high, there's a confidence about you, okay? And this could benefit the quality of your work and just help you acquire a situation. I feel like for some you're overqualified for an opportunity, and this will assist with you easily representing yourself, speaking upon your accomplishments, and getting that situation. Just ask yourself intuitively, is it right for me? Okay, is it going to be enough? But the Queen of Cups in reverse, I feel like there's an emotional detachment from what you're looking to manifest. Absolutely efficient and effective all the meanwhile. I do feel like there's an emotional detachment from what you are accomplishing and watering, growing, succeeding throughout the month. And Spirit saying, doesn't that feel healthy, light, and airy all the meanwhile? And I feel like being drawn to this reading, there have been times in the past, I want to say a different opportunity, okay, for your career. Or it could be the beginning stages or rewinding back with what you have at hand now. Didn't you have this sort of emotional detachment with what you were looking to succeed more at or manifest, see come to fruition, grow is what I'm hearing, and that just worked out pretty much in your favor, if not fully, and that was impressive all the meanwhile. This is what you're doing, even if you don't realize it, okay? And this is absolutely helping you move towards more for yourself. I just feel very empowered in your energy. They're saying the only aspect of this card that does, or aspects of this card that does apply in the upright is your caring nature, all right? Don't look at the overly serious vibe. Certain points you might be, but I'm getting a very fun, happy vibe. But I just feel like there's a fun aspect of your month, okay? But Spirit's saying there's a change you want to make, and I feel like that will add more enjoyment to your situation. I just feel like there's also a bit of a quirky vibe about some of which drawn to the reading, and this might help what you're working towards, what you are watering once again. You're fantastic is what I'm hearing. I'm now getting the word wow, and wowzer. I just feel like people are just astounded when it comes to your ability to do something, however that looks for you. The way you carry yourself is absolutely assisting you throughout the month. It's this, some of which are carrying yourself like a celebrity, knowing or just desiring levels of fame moving forward. You might even find that certain reminders pop up left and right throughout the month that you are destined for that. Or it could be more so just to remind you of how successful and wealthy your future truly is. Okay. It feels like that's going to come through in tarot readings, through content otherwise that you choose to or are guided to watch when it comes to what other people say to you. And it may even just literally come through your dreams and or your thoughts from spirit. Okay. But I feel like there's a putting to use of your intuition throughout the month, which is fantastic and is absolutely helping something succeed for you, if not multiple situations. It's a very, very successful, empowering kind of month for you, where again, you're seeing this financial relief, financial growth, and success coming to be as things snowball in the right direction for you. And Spirit's saying, once again, if it's one, if not multiple goals that you have in mind, for your future, to see things improve for you, to see things more, more so aligned to be more ideal for you. You're on your way to achieving, fulfilling those goals, okay? Remembering throughout the month that you as an Aquarius represent the star card. So absolutely believe in, move towards, and accomplish your dreams, your wishes, your goals in the meanwhile. What an amazing month for you, okay? So I hope this was truly helpful. I'm sending you so much love and light. Definitely go enjoy June, and I'll see you next time.